Well, we are extremely pleased to be with you here today, and we are happy to chat with you about whatever you would like to chat about.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so where I'm at is in the middle of a big life transition. I've just been making a lot of changes in my internal and my external reality to bring my life more into alignment with where I'm going, where I see myself going. And I've been doing a lot of work on the inner game, shifting my choices in my outer world as well. And what really has become evident is the next level for me is what I might call quantum leaping or 10xing my reality. And by that, I'm looking at some really significant numbers financially, where if I'm really honest with what I desire to receive for reasons that feel deeply aligned and congruent with me and my purpose and my life and my vision, we're looking at a significant leap in my reality. And really we're looking at taking my last year's annual income and creating it in a little over a month, maybe 2 months, whatever. I'm not particular about the timeline, but like that type of a swift increase it feels imminent is what I'm saying. And so I recognize there's an entire way of being that is going to be different for me. How I show up as that version of me is going to look and feel different than how I showed up in the previous version of me. And I'm being really conscious to create my daily actions, my habits, my thoughts, and really develop a way of being that is in alignment with that. But I would love your perspective or any other guidance you can offer on what else would be helpful for me to know or experience or feel or remember as I am really creating an entirely new way of being in the world that 10x is my reality financially and in so many ways. It's really living my dream in ways that I haven't allowed before or haven't been ready for. There's a lot of shifts. So that's my question. What does it take for me to 10x my reality and my finances? Make my last year's income in a couple of months.
Excellent question. So first and foremost, we want to say that while 10xing it feels like a big leap, you are even putting limitation on by saying 10xing it. So we want you to really experience yourself as an unlimited being, as an empire-building, unlimited being. And so for us, 10x is like popcorn. And we want you to feel that too, that the amount that you want to bring into your life, that the financial and prosperity creation that you want to bring into your life does not have to be limited to a 10 times amount, that you're moving into a state of really receiving at a level that you have not received at before. And that's the word that we do really get for you is while there is creation, that you want to create that exponential amount of money, you have to amplify receiving in an exponential way. So you have not known yourself as Anne the receiver. You have known yourself as Anne the human doer, right? You have been in doing, creating mode. So you seeing yourself, creating yourself as a receiver of millions, as a receiver of the empire that you are creating. There is creation, but you have to receive it while creating it. So it's not like, so just take a breath there. There's so much power in what we're saying here. Because it is one mindset to create. I must manifest. I will focus all my energy on the creation of this. I will state my intentions. I will line up with it. And that's all important and powerful, and we're not negating any of that. However, simultaneously, you have to be receiving what you are creating in the moment that it's happening. Do you feel the power of this shift? This is that what we just said is a completely different reality. You have to be receiving in what you're creating in the moment that you're creating it. So it's like if we're holding Ina's hands here, like her left hand is coming into the center like creation, and the right hand's coming into the center as receiving, those hands coming together in the same moment. In the same moment that you create, you receive, and they collapse together into manifestation.
Wow. Got it.
It's huge. It's huge. We're explaining this like it has never been explained before.
Yes.
So that's the moment. That's the now. There's only now. There is only in this present moment, right here, right now. You all know that. You've heard that. But when you bring this into it, as I create, I receive. Done. As I create, I receive. As I create, I receive. As I create, I receive. And they collapse together into the manifestation, into the creation of it. But you have to be the receiver of the creation. You have to be the receiver of the creation as it's happening. That is how you will 10x, 100x, a million x your empire.
Wow. Yes, I feel it.
And you didn't have access to that before. Right. And when we say you, we mean you as the collective human consciousness. We're not in a place to create that way. That's why instant manifestation has not been happening quickly. There's that time frame there. And so when you spoke about shifting your reality into a new version, you have to get that you are exiting the third dimension, that you are anchoring into the fifth dimension. So that version of you that you knew that had money struggle stuff, that had debt, that had that made that dollar amount per year is gone. You can let her go. You can just let that version of you with all of those patterns, with all of those belief systems go. It's almost like a costume. You were wearing this costume before that was put on top of you, that was the costume of I must struggle to make the money. I will be paycheck to paycheck. I will be in debt. I'll struggle to survive. And we're saying this as the collective version of money struggle or whatever it is that your suit was made of. So that suit held all of those old patterns and belief systems that you needed to process. They were necessary for your oversoul's expansion and for your for the collective consciousness on the planet. Everyone has been walking around in these zoot suits that are covering them up and playing out all these old patterns of eons of humanity. And that was the third dimension, being trapped in those suits, essentially. We're just giving an analogy here. And as this new frequency, as you're shifting, as you're moving into 5D, that suit is being zipped off like Scooby-Doo. It's like falling away. And what's underneath it is actually the real you that doesn't have to wear that suit anymore, that doesn't have to hold on to financial struggle or smaller whatever incomes you want it to be, that this new version of you can 10x, 100x, a million x, whatever it is that you want to create in it, as you receive it. You're receiving it as you're creating it, and there's no space in between. There's no space in between. And that is the union of the divine feminine and the divine masculine within you. The masculine being in action, creation, forward, go, and the feminine being in the receptive, allowing, softening, taking in mode. And so together, that divine feminine and masculine balance within you is that creation, being the creator and the receiver all at once. It's almost like you're having sex with yourself. And if you're having sex with yourself and you can produce whatever progeny you'd like to, if you'd like to have whatever creation babies you'd like to have with yourself, think of it as creating your own manifestational babies. You're just having sex with yourself. You're creating as you are receiving and giving birth over and over to whatever child you want to create.
Wow.
That's a new analogy.
Yeah, we need to create some imagery, Facebook videos or something to go with that. That's a fun one.
Yes. There will be many memes on that. Hashtag sex with self. Say the alchemist. Having sex with yourself is how you monetize.
Forget business strategy. Have sex with yourself and watch your empire grow.
Yes.
Oh my
but
God,
wouldn't that be the most pleasurable
animal.
way to create? Sex is pleasure. Sex is the divine act of giving and receiving. And so to make love with the universe, to make love with your reality, to make love from that place of deepest deepest pleasure and receiving. It's an orgasmic way to create. Why not create that way?
Yeah. You know, it absolutely is. And one of the things that's clicking for me as you're saying that is the physical embodiment of what that looks like when we embody that metaphor, or for me anyway, that observing of the creation of my reality right now, which is always happening 24/7, always, 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 looks and feels like appreciation. It looks and feels like celebration and gratitude, which means creating the biochemistry of pleasurable biochemicals in my body and then receiving the experience of feeling good. Like that's on a micro level, my daily practice. And that's something I've been, refining for myself. But this just takes it to the next level of, as I am creating and receiving what I'm creating, I'm really just appreciating what's in the now, which is creating an attitude and a biochemistry that then I can receive how yummy it feels to love what I just created, and then repeat. And
yes.
I'm going.
And it's why the state of, and we loved everything that you just said. And it's why the state of appreciation is one of the best states to be in, because it is a state of receiving without resistance. And so the more you can appreciate your creations as they're coming through your mind, as your inspired ideas are coming into you, as your inspired thoughts and desires and visions are coming in, feel immediate appreciation for them as they're happening, as if you just gave birth to a child, as if that creation, as soon as it came into your mind, was born. It was born, and it's a physical baby in your arms, and it's done, and you're feeling the immense tears of birth and new child and life all in that moment as the creation is happening.
I love it.
Yes. Excellent question. We are so appreciative to you, dear one. And we look forward to chatting with you again.
Yeah, we'll have to schedule it when we can. I'll be busy having sex with myself. So. But yes. I appreciate you immensely. Thank you so much, Alchemist.